Right, so I've got a couple of planters outside my shop. I've got this one here by the front door, and I've got that one there. It was originally just here, but now I moved it to here. Now there was some plants in there. They weren't the... I was giving them a bit of a water every now and again, but they probably not enough. But they weren't looking quite the best. Now I always thought it was Swan's Trust that were looking after them. Well, actually, I'll just twizz you around a minute, guys. Yeah, I always thought it was like Swan's Trust that were taking care of them, because obviously there's loads of other planters all around. So I thought Swan's Trust just takes care of everything. And then the other week, the Shaftesbury and Bloom team came around, and they redid all the planters except for the two outside my shop. And I was like, well, why have they not done those two? And I must admit, it sort of highlighted just how sort of poor the two planters outside my shop looked. And I was thinking, it just looks bad, you know, something's got to be done. So yesterday, at the end of the day yesterday, I went to Nick, and he owns a potting shed just up from me. And I sort of said to him, well, he owns these, he's responsible for these like planters outside my shop. And he's like, oh, you are? Because what it was, oh, what's her name? The little girly girl, I think might have been Lucy her name, but she owned Coconut and Cotton. That was the shop before, she was the shop owner before the ones that were before me. So there was her. And then there was Nicola and Martin, who had like Forget Me Not. Anyway, I'm going off tangent here. So anyway, the lady that had Coconut and Cotton, like two businesses before I came in, she'd taken over the planter. She decided she wanted to be responsible for them, and the Swan's Trust were like, oh yeah, okay, that's good, not our responsibility anymore. Well, because when I came in, Swan's Trust didn't tell me that I was responsible for it, so because I was assuming they were responsible. So then yesterday I double checked with Nick. He's like, oh no, yeah, you're responsible. Thank you, Swan's Trust, for telling me that. I mean, it's not a problem. I'm not complaining. It's not an issue. It's just one of those things. It just fell between the stool and the heart, like a crack, if you know what I mean. But anyway, so yeah. So what I did was this morning I popped round to Nick's, and I got 3 pots of Moroccan mint and 3 pots of sage. Taking the flowering plants out, and the 3 pots of mint, I put them in the planter next to me front door, and the sage is sort of in the planter down the far end. Now, okay, they're not plants, but they've got a bit of practicality to them, and also mint, it smells lovely. So Shaftesbury and Bloom team, I don't know if they might say something to me. You know, it might be like, oh no, we need plants, need flowers for like when it's when it's in bloom time, like when we get the assessors come round, the judges. But my attitude is, well, if they're my planters, if I'm responsible for them, I'll put what I want in. You know, and you know, mint and sage is somewhat practical, somewhat nice, got a nice smell. So, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to complain. But yes, anyway, so that's what I'm doing with my planters. What I'll do is I'll just twizzle you around again, guys. So yeah, if anyone wants mint tea, you can have a bit of mint. I've got a bit of sage as well. I can sort that out, and I don't know, if I'm ever having a sandwich or something, put a bit of sage in it, pep it up a bit. But yeah, bit different, isn't it? Bit different, but it's all good, all good.